Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Man, we got so much work done yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, it's looking really, really good, guys.
We were some taping and mudding fools.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Our last video on Simple Life Reclaimed, we kind of went over some of the electricity things when we started talking about the next steps that we're taking. So, surprise, surprise, next step is mudding and taping.
Yep. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. We're getting right there. We're getting so close. And it's just like,
every day.
I can't wait to get all this mudding done to a point where it's like, we're just waiting for it to dry.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we definitely hit it, but we hit it a little later in the day in a sense. And we weren't able to try to finish up every little taping and mudding, and it was our first time doing it as well, so
yeah, we actually had a quick lesson from my big bro and sister-in-law, Country Road Cure, who lives right up the hill from us. You guys have probably seen their shed houses in the background of some of our videos when we're working outside. But yeah, they've been doing a lot of the taping and mudding as far as recently, and like for Thunderdome and the laundry room and stuff that they just finished. They have a whole lot more that they're going to be doing inside the main area.
Yep.
Yeah, but they just recently were doing it, and so we picked their brains yesterday and got some of their tips and tricks and like what really worked for them, what didn't work for them. And
yep.
Yeah.
As of right now, it seems like they taught it pretty well.
Yeah, right on the money.
I don't have any bubbles or anything crazy like that, it seems like, so.
Yeah, no blistering.
Yes.
Everything seems to be looking really good, as far as we can tell for now.
Yes. Yes. We'll be able to tell here today.
Yeah, today.
if it really held or not, but I think it's gonna go. I think it went really well.
It looks good. It looks good to me.
I feel like if it was gonna blister, we'd already see it.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't. So
yeah.
That's good. So thank you, Anthony and Roxanne, for taking time out of your very busy day, because you guys are super busy too. Thank you for coming over and showing your little sis and brother-in-law thing or two.
Yeah.
Appreciate it and love you guys.
Yep. It was awesome.
But yeah, it's turning out really nice.
Yep.
Really, really nice.
We're getting there.
So you guys might be noticing the audio is hopefully a whole lot better in this video than it was the last video. And also, our last video on Simple Life Reclaimed had the garbage audio too. I'm sorry. We're actually using our wired microphones today, so at least for this real talk.
Yep.
I thought it was a good system with the wireless ones. Granted, they were the cheaper set, but I wanted to just try them out, and they were working there for a couple weeks. I mean, they were working.
They were working really well.
Yeah, I had no problem.
And one of them sort of
just decided to have an echo all of a sudden. Just one of them just decided it wasn't gonna play along.
Yep. So I don't know. That's the one thing with the microphones, and why we're always like, we've already went down that game once and bought so many different microphones and bought the expensive ones, and they all ended up doing the same thing.
I will say I've never had the really expensive ones. The top of the line Rode mics that are, I've never had those. So I'm considering, it's just a big expense, guys, and I'm holding off on doing it because it's a big expense.
And I would hate for something to happen just like how it did.
Yeah, but I'm heavily leaning towards getting it though, because if it will improve the quality for everybody out there, then that's why I'm like, okay, I can justify it. But I've been trying to put it off because we're building a house, and that's expensive too. So I'm sure you guys understand. But I'm considering it. So right now we're back to the wired mics, and in the video that you guys have coming up on Wednesday, tomorrow, it is back to no mics for the vlog. Just for now, I'm gonna try to increase Gary's audio in the editing portion of it, because everybody always is saying, I can't hear Gary. What's Gary saying? So I'm gonna try to increase his audio.
Sometimes I just ramble
in the post processing, but we'll see what I could do. I do what I can. I do my best. So we got some questions that I wanted to bring up for you guys. There were a lot of questions, and you guys are the best, and I want to thank you so much for being so interested in us and our project and what we got going on. But I'm going to get on with some of these questions. This one was from Cat Mac. with the winter coming, when are you going to build your pump house?
When? So as soon as we get inside the basement and settled and everything, we're going to be building that pump house. It's going to be probably the first week of October because winter is coming. We're well aware of that.
Yes.
And we're going to get it before it starts freezing. And it normally starts freezing at the end of October.
That's when it starts getting real cold.
Normally, when it starts having those freezing temperatures. Right now, I mean, we're having those a little chilly, mornings.
It's brisk enough for long sleeves, right? In the mornings.
It's only like 55 degrees right now. So it doesn't get to 32 until roughly about the end of October. And that's if it gets down to that aspect. So we should be well in that time frame. And if we're not, and for whatever reason we have a freak freeze, we do have insulation.
Yeah,
we can just
wrap
everything and put a trash can over it and be like, all right.
That'll work for tonight.
Yep.
It would work for the night,
But we've done it before, and it's worked. Everything's just so tight. We got so many projects going on, but it's gonna happen.
We're trying to stay focused on one project at a time, obviously, too, because if we get too scatterbrained, then we're not going to do anything. We won't complete anything. Correct. We'll have a bunch of things going on at once, and everything will just be half but done. So we're trying. Our big focus and big push right now is get us out of the trailer and get us inside the basement. Once we're inside the basement, we do plan to take at least a week of just and kick back and enjoy being in the basement and organizing, I guess, and getting to more of a day-to-day life in there. And then we'll move on to our next project, which you guys are right, it is more than likely going to be the pump house.
It'll be the pump house
and then
the garage right after. So it's all coming.
It's coming down the pipe, man.
It's coming down the pipeline.
And with the pump house too, we're going to be building that one out of block. So the block saga is going to continue. And it will be very short though compared to the last block saga, I promise. It shouldn't take more than a day with how quick we are with block now.
Correct.
I think a day, at the most 2 days, but I don't even see it taking that long.
No.
And then Gary and I are only going to be doing the foundation and all the walls for the pump house. But Country Road Cure and Anthony and Roxanne over there, they're going to be doing the roof and the door for it.
Yes.
So we decided that it was going to be a team build. Yeah, we're going to take one part, they're going to do one part. Together we'll get a pump house for both of our houses.
Correct.
So
it'll be nice.
Yeah, and maybe I'm hoping that at that time, It's All Grady will be able to come out and hang out with us when we do the pump house build, because right now they're good friends and other YouTubers as well. Shout out to It's All Grady. They are currently digging out their basement, and I feel for them, man. I remember what it was like digging out our basement.
That was a nightmare.
That was a super nightmare.
Yeah.
But we got it done, and then we did all the block work. But we talk, online, and we've talked to them about, showing them like our tips and tricks when it comes to doing the block work, because they've never done any block work to scale like that. So it'll we're happy to share the knowledge.
Which I feel like we're still no experts.
No experts.
But
not experts.
We can do it.
Not experts, but experienced.
Experienced.
We're experienced, but we're not experts.
Correct.
So, I got my notebook. To try to keep me on track. I'm gonna try to keep on track and get these questions answered for you guys. So that was from Cat Mac. Thank you so much from Cat Mac for asking the question about the pump house. We're going to go on to one that was asked by so many people. I don't have anybody specifically mentioned because it was just asked a ton of times. What was up with the lamp that was blinking in our time lapse of the last video? Why was our lamp blinking? Is our electricity shoddy?
I have no idea why the camera decided to have it blink in there or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't blinking. It wasn't doing anything crazy.
Not in real life.
Not in real life at all. It wasn't flickering or anything else like that. But it was pretty interesting.
Sometimes when you're recording either a television, or sometimes when you're recording a cell phone or something, like I've noticed, it'll have like lines going through it, or it'll look like it's all wavy, or if you film a clock or something, sometimes the light from the clock will like blink and kind of do that. I don't know if that's what was happening. Maybe it was, I really couldn't tell you. Because our
electronics doing something funky with electricity.
It was
I
weird.
feel like that's probably what it was that just the camera and the actual energy coming off of the light bulb, and in that light area that it was just like
I don't know,
picking
man.
up some sort of frequency or something. But yeah, no, the light was not blinking.
Not in
at
real
all
life.
in real
And
life.
we've done the meter test to that outlet too, and everything is perfect.
Good to go. So
I don't know. It's strange. I noticed that when I was editing too. I was all, what the heck is going on here? We got poltergeist going on. I don't know.
Because yeah, no, the outlets itself are on a completely different breaker inside that main greeting room, and then the lights itself are on a completely different breaker as well. So
yep,
yeah,
it's a little weird. It's for sure.
It made me sit there. I'm like, it wasn't blinking. I don't know what the heck they're talking about, but.
I have another question. This was asked multiple times too. Why are we finishing the drywall before we finish the plumbing?
So, biggest thing is the drywall aspects and how much we have to do. I'd rather just get the majority of it done to a point where I can work on all the water fixtures. And my hope is that I can get a lot of that drywall done in a day and then start working on the water fixtures, because I got to wait for the mud to dry. And then I can get all those situated, and then the next day we can go back to sanding, getting that ready to go with more mud and whatnot, go back to the water fixtures, get that finished up and whatnot, because the water shouldn't take me too long to get all the little plumbing fixtures where I need them and everything.
Yeah, because we are going PEX with that. It's very movable, bendy. You know, it can you could really put it wherever you want. It's very easy, like a big hose.
Yep.
So.
And then when it's all the plumbing is all said and done, the only area that we're actually gonna have to drywall and mess with is in that bathroom.
Yeah.
So it's a very small little space that will be left once it's all said and done, and it should only take us a little bit to do it.
Shouldn't be too long at all to do just the bathroom of drywall. But
no.
Yeah, like Gary mentioned, it's mostly so we can get a big chunk of the project done faster. It's time management ultimately is what it is.
Yeah.
Because while we have the drywall drying, Gary can start doing on some of the plumbing, and I could be sanding. It's kind of like doing both of them at one time, but we're trying to get the bulk of the bulk of the walls done.
Yep.
I had hiccups, man.
Because at the end game, the walls got to be done, plumbing's got to be done.
Yeah.
You know, electrical is done, which was the big thing.
We won't do the finishing of the walls, like painting. We're not going to do that until the bathroom is in.
Yep.
And then all the mudding and sanding and everything is done.
Yep.
So that's, I guess, we're not finishing. We're just trying to tidy up the drywall.
Yep.
So.
And I have a feeling we're going to have to go get more mud. I bought 2 boxes.
Probably.
And I have a feeling we're going to need probably 2 more boxes.
Probably. I mean, it's a lot of mud.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of mud.
It is what it is, you know.
Lynn Pape wanted to know what our wall colors are going to be inside the basement. Thank you for the question. Honestly, I haven't decided fully yet. I think we're going to go with a lot of off-whites.
Trust me, I've been poking her.
He has been. He's been poking
I've been poking her and be like, baby, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out.
I think we're going to go with off-whites because it brightens up such a dark space, it being a basement, especially in the back areas of the basement. There's no light other than the light coming from the ceiling.
Those lights back there are very bright. So, I mean.
Right, but I want it to stay bright, and right now it's bright because majority of it's white. And I can always, and when you have white walls too, you can always accent with a splash of color in your accessories and your furniture and your pictures hanging on the wall and stuff like that. White is a blank canvas. You can really, you know, design it and change it up however you want.
I got you.
You know, but I think I'll have like maybe an accent wall of, I haven't decided if I want the block to be the accent wall or if I want the drywall to be the accent wall, but I might do an accent wall here and there in each room.
I would refrain from trying to use the block as much as possible as an accent wall and keep that as white as you can if you're going to be white. So that way, if we ever have to add Drylock to it later on,
right on it.
You know, I don't know. That's just my thought on it. However, you're going to have to paint again over it. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I was just thinking in a sense of like if you had to patch a little spot real quick.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of painting, there was somebody who left a really great suggestion. I'm sorry, I don't have it written down, but I read it in the comment section yesterday. The suggestion was that we make sure to use the Kills primer on the PVC conduit where the electricity is coming out to the outlets, because they're that gray PVC, and it would help it to become more scratch resistant. Plus, as well as whenever we put on the paint, it's going to help blend it in, and it won't stick out so much. It'll help blend the PVC to the wall.
No.
And I thought that was a wonderful suggestion. I want to thank you so much for bringing it back up to our attention.
Because, yeah, we'll definitely just buy a gallon of it. We have a spray gun, and that would be a perfect thing to use for our spray gun.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and borrow a spray gun from Come On, so we can do all the painting in one go and not have to sit there and mess around with, 1 gallon at a time type
gosh,
thing.
I don't want to do the roller thing again. The only reason I used the rollers was because the dry lock has to go on with the rollers.
It's super thick. That would have clogged that $2,000
like
machine up real quick and hating life.
You would have got one little and it would have clogged.
Yeah. That would not have worked.
Yeah, so but with the paint for the interior, I'm definitely going to get a washable paint, because I know with all the animals and children that I have that I'm going to be washing the walls with the Mr. Clean magic erasers.
Animals.
Yeah, animals.
And, I don't know if you guys have seen those feet prints,
It's a joke on our kids.
Kids get done painting, they're running around barefoot, and they're all, let me kick the wall, it's blocked.
I'm going to lay down with my feet up against the wall. Why? So I'm definitely going to be getting the washable type of paint so I can clean up after the animals. And, just keep it nicer and whatnot, So I definitely
I don't think I've seen a paw print on the wall yet. I really don't think I have.
No.
Just to be quite honest.
No. But you know what I have seen though? I've seen from Luna, the tail, her having like mud. I've seen little swish, 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 where she's like sitting close to the wall and she has mud on her tail and she like swished her butt. Yeah, I have seen that.
Okay.
But no, the feet prints, that's totally
kids.
That's Abe.
And
Scarlett.
Little turds.
I know. Gotta love kids. Okay, so we had another, so Lynn, as for the colors, I think I'm going to go with an off-white, maybe an accent wall here and there, but I haven't decided. I do plan on taking you guys with me, or maybe bringing the swatches home to show you all. Maybe I'll give you guys a this or that, and you guys can vote.
One of these days, I am going to be like, all right, I need more mud, and I'm going to be, or I need this, and I'm just going to send you.
Yeah.
So you can go pick it up.
Yeah, I'm going to be having to go pick up that kind of stuff soon.
Yes.
Like this week soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Sue Sharp was wondering, what are the plans to tie in the septic upstairs later in the build? I think she's wondering, like, how are we going to actually tie the septic to the upstairs?
So we are going to basically just tie into the pipes from the basement. We have it all planned out and everything else for the basement aspects, and it's just going to be coming out of one little spot, and that's going to be interesting because I don't want to drill a hole through the actual subfloor just yet, but I sort of have to do that so I don't, stink ourselves out when we're using the blaster toilet or whatever.
The Master Blaster 5000.
Thank you. I was having a brain fart. Brain fart.
I know. Like, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
Anyww, I have to
I
have to do a hold so that way I can tie that all in to that and actually vent everything.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to popping a hole through there because that's a potential leak spot.
It's coming
during
soon,
this winter and everything, which
we're gonna use some of that liquid flash all
I'm gonna flash
over
tape
it.
the heck out of it and then liquid flash the heck out of it, so that way no matter what
it ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. It's in the plans though. It's
Yes.
something that we're racking the brains with right now. But again, guys, one step at a time. Me and Gary can only do so much at each time, and right now we're trying to really focus on finishing up all this mudding and taping and getting it done. So then we can move on to the water and the bathroom and all the next things, the painting. And it's so exciting to be finally at this point where we're making some big strides and all this exciting stuff is happening. But if we don't keep our focus on the task at hand, then, you know, we'll just be a bunch of, you know, squirrels running around trying to get stuff, you know. I was going to use another analogy that I'm not saying. But yeah, it'll just
But now I'm thinking about it, because they did bring it up, and now my brain sort of
twisting.
Well, whenever I read your guys' comments, but like whenever you guys say stuff, it's like, and then I start thinking about it a little bit more and a little bit more. I might even just put temporary pipe and stick it up the sidewall.
Could do that.
And
so you don't gotta cut
make it a small enough hole to where I can get a piece of metal or whatever, silicone it, and just close in that hole. Yeah. After we're all said and done, or something.
we still have to do our venting too. We still have to put in the vent pipe for the dryer. We still got to do that. Gary also has some other vent pipes that, or not pipes, but come on, baby, what's the word?
The vent fan.
Yeah, we gotta still do that. Those are coming soon too. But that is not necessarily stuff that will prevent us from moving out of the trailer.
No.
And that's the train of thought that I want you guys to get on with us. Hop on board of that, is that we are trying to get out of the trailer and we are trying to get ourselves into the basement. And the essential things that we need in order to get out of the trailer and into the basement is we needed the electricity. That was a huge check done. We need to finish up the walls and the flooring so that way when we're in there and our little animals are in there with us, it's not ruining anything. So that we're working on that check. And then finally we have to get all of the bathroom facilities and the water facilities done inside there. Cool. Once those things are done, a lot of the other stuff is can happen while we're sleeping in there and showering in there and, you know, cooking in there and all that.
You can place all the bigger orders of what we need, and like the insulation.
Yes, the roof insulation.
And getting all that situated.
We can do that while we're living in there. It's not going to stop us. But the train I want y'all to ride, again, is we are trying to get out of the basement, or out of the trailer into the basement. So that's what we're going to continue working on, guys, day by day. We're going to continue making big strides towards that. Today we've got a lot of mudding we got to do. We've got some sanding we're going to be doing. It's a lot. And hopefully by the end of today we'll have some more major progress, and I'll be able to show you guys in a really cool looking video that you guys will see on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll be good.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do though.
Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying us putting out 3 videos a week on Simple Life Reclaimed. I know that although it's an added extra work, I really like it too, because it's allowing you guys to, I guess, see more of what we're up to, instead of, because I try to keep the videos around 30 minutes or less. And if I'm putting a whole week's worth of work in 30 minutes, then you guys are missing out on some of the things that we're doing, because I have to edit it down smaller. So if you guys are enjoying this, I hope that you are. It's going to allow you guys more of, I guess, just more in depth of what we got going on, because it's like 2 days at a time instead of a whole week at a time.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
So tomorrow is Wednesday. Like I said, we'll have that new video on Simple Life Reclaimed for you guys then. We will not be having an early morning or a mid-afternoon real talk. We're actually going to be going live tomorrow for you guys, so I hope to see y'all there. It's going to be here on this channel at 6 o'clock, and we'll answer more questions for you guys, get to hang out with you guys then, and it'll be in real time. So I hope that we can see you at 6 o'clock tomorrow, and we got work to do.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, well, we're going to get on to it, guys. In the meantime, I hope y'all have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. So until then, guys, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.